Flying should feel exciting. Whether you're traveling for adventure, heading home to loved ones, or escaping stress for a few days, stepping onto an airplane should feel like the beginning of something new. But every traveler knows how quickly that excitement can disappear when you end up stuck in the wrong seat. Maybe you find yourself squeezed into a middle seat with no room to breathe. Maybe you're next to the loudest bathroom in the world where the door slams nonstop. Maybe your window seat doesn't even have a window, or you get stuck behind a seat that reclines all the way back until the screen is inches from your face. The wrong seat can ruin your flight, your mood, and even your trip. And airlines will never tell you this, but choosing the right seat isn't about luck, it's about strategy. There are patterns, hidden details, and small decisions that can completely transform how comfortable and enjoyable your flight is. Today, you're going to learn 8 airline seating tips you need to know before your next flight. These are real methods used by frequent flyers to avoid stress, find comfort, score better seats, and even save money. No complicated tricks, no myths, just practical human advice you can use immediately. Let's start with number 1. 1. Choose your seat based on flight duration. Most travelers choose seats based on habit. Some people always grab the window because they like leaning against the wall or taking photos. Others pick the aisle because they want to get up easily. But the real secret to choosing the perfect seat isn't your personality, it's the length of your flight. Short flights and long flights require completely different strategies. And understanding this is one of the easiest ways to make flying dramatically more comfortable. On a short flight, usually anything between 1 and 3 hours, the window seat is almost always the best option. You get your own little corner, you can rest your head, no one asks you to move, and the flight ends before you ever feel trapped. It's peaceful and simple. But on long flights, anything over 4 hours, the entire situation changes. Your body needs movement. A long flight becomes a test of patience, flexibility, and comfort. Sitting still for too long can make your legs stiff, your neck tight, and your patience disappear. If you choose the window on a long flight, you're basically locking yourself into your seat for hours unless you wake the person next to you. And it always feels awkward to tap someone's shoulder when they're sleeping or wearing headphones. So people end up avoiding bathroom breaks, stretching less, and feeling miserable by hour 5. But if you sit on the aisle during a long flight, you regain control. Whenever you want to get up, stretch, take a walk, grab something from your bag, or use the restroom, you can do it without negotiating with your roommates. And here's a pro trick frequent travelers use that most people never even think about. If you're traveling with someone else, book the aisle and window in the same row. Leave the middle empty. Middle seats are the last seats people choose. On many flights, that seat remains open, giving you a whole row with extra space. And even if someone does take the middle, they will almost always prefer either your window or your aisle. Most people are relieved when offered a better seat. That means you and your travel partner get to sit together anyway, while keeping the comfort advantages of your original choices. The point is simple. There is no one perfect seat for every flight. Your ideal seat changes depending on how long you'll be stuck in it. Think strategically, not emotionally. The right seat can make the difference between a smooth, relaxing flight and hours of discomfort. Understanding this one principle puts you ahead of most travelers immediately. 2. Use seat maps wisely. Most passengers rely completely on airline seat maps when choosing where to sit, and that's a mistake. Airline seat maps are not designed to tell you the truth. They're designed to make the cabin look clean and simple. They hide important details that can make or break your flight. For example, a seat might look like a perfect window seat on the airline's map, but in reality, it might not have an actual window. Some seats are misaligned with the windows because of aircraft design, and airlines rarely show this. You end up sitting next to a wall with nothing to look at, which can feel surprisingly claustrophobic on long flights. Another hidden detail is the presence of equipment boxes under certain seats. These boxes store entertainment system hardware, and they take up a huge amount of your legroom. The airline won't warn you. The map won't show it. You'll just sit down, stretch your legs, and suddenly hit a hard metal box that crushes your foot space. There are also seats with limited or zero recline. Usually, these are seats directly in front of exit rows or at the very back of the plane. The airline does not highlight these seats because they don't want passengers avoiding them. You only find out once you're in the air that your seat leans back maybe 1 inch. Then there are lavatories and galleys. Seat maps often make them look tiny and harmless. In reality, the galley is where the crew prepares meals, heats water, clinks metal trays, and opens and closes heavy compartments the entire flight. If you sit too close, you'll hear every sound. Lavatories mean constant foot traffic. Doors doors opening and closing, people lining up, lights turning on at random hours, and airlines still mark those seats as normal seats. That's why smart travelers never rely on airline seat maps alone. They cross-check with independent seat review websites, scan photos, read comments from passengers, and search the exact aircraft model. Airlines sometimes operate multiple versions of the same plane, which means seat comfort can vary dramatically even within the same fleet. The point is simple. Airline maps hide the truth. Good seat selection requires a little detective work. When you understand the real layout, you avoid unpleasant surprises and pick seats that give you more comfort, more quiet, and more space. 3. Avoid seats near galleys and bathrooms. Many travelers make the mistake of choosing a seat near the bathroom or galley, thinking it's convenient or closer to the exit. On paper, it might seem like a good idea, but in reality, these seats are often some of the worst on the plane. The galley is where flight attendants prepare meals, make coffee, and organize carts. That means constant noise from trays clattering, cabinets opening and closing, and crew members talking and moving around. Even at night, when most passengers are trying to sleep, galley areas are active, and you can hear every sound. Seats near bathrooms have their own problems. There is steady foot traffic throughout the flight, including children wandering back and forth, passengers stretching, or people leaning against your seat while waiting. Doors open and close repeatedly, and sometimes the smell from the lavatory can be unpleasant. The seat map won't tell you any of this. It simply shows a generic layout, making it look like all seats are equal. Experienced flyers know to avoid these areas whenever possible. A simple shift of just a few rows can dramatically improve comfort, allowing for a quieter, more private experience. There are exceptions, but they are rare. On some overnight flights, certain galleys are quieter, or lavatories may be lightly used, but these are the exception rather than the rule. Even choosing a window seat near a galley doesn't fully solve the issue. You are still exposed to light, noise, and movement. If you value peace, uninterrupted sleep, or the ability to work on a laptop without distraction, the best seats are those several rows away from the busiest areas. When checking seat reviews, look specifically for comments about galley and bathroom proximity. This advice is something most passengers ignore, but it makes a huge difference in flight quality. Simply avoiding these high-traffic zones can transform your journey from stressful to comfortable. 4. Understand when middle seats are actually useful. Everyone thinks of the middle seat as the worst possible option, but that isn't always true. There are situations where choosing a middle seat strategically can actually work in your favor. The first scenario is when traveling with a partner. If you book the window and aisle seat in the same row, leaving the middle seat empty, you have a good chance of enjoying a whole row. Middle seats are the last to be taken, so sometimes the seat remains empty throughout the flight. Even if someone is assigned there, most people are happy to switch for a window or aisle. That means you and your travel companion still sit together while benefiting from extra space. Another scenario is when a particular row is superior in other ways. Perhaps it is further from bathrooms, further from galleys, or has extra legroom. In such cases, a middle seat in that row can be better than a window or aisle seat in a less desirable location. Some wide-body planes have rows with a 2-4-2 or 3-4-3 layout, and seats in the center can offer surprising advantages. On these planes, you may get extra shoulder space or better access to both aisles, which is useful on long flights. Middle seats can also lead to upgrades. Airlines tend to prioritize passengers in middle seats for complimentary upgrades when they need to free up space. This doesn't happen on every flight, but it happens often enough that it's worth considering. So while middle seats are typically unpopular, they aren't always the enemy. When used strategically, they can improve your comfort, give you more space, and even increase your chances of being moved to a better location. The key is thinking about the bigger picture, the quality of the row, proximity to amenities, and flight duration, rather than simply avoiding the middle seat automatically. 5. Choose seats over the wing for less turbulence. If you've ever been on a flight where turbulence made your stomach flip or your coffee spill, you know how uncomfortable it can be. What most travelers don't realize is that the location of your seat can make a huge difference in how turbulence feels. The smoothest seats on any plane are directly over the wings. This is because the wings are located near the aircraft's center of gravity. When the plane moves up and down or tilts slightly due to air currents, the middle of the plane experiences the least movement. The farther you sit from the wings, the more pronounced the motion becomes. That's why people in the back often describe turbulence as a roller coaster, while those seated over the wings barely feel a thing. Sitting over the wing can transform your flying experience, especially on long-haul flights or when flying through areas known for bumpy weather. It's not just comfort. For nervous flyers, it's a major stress reducer. You don't have to grip the armrest or close your eyes tightly. Instead, you can relax, read, or work on your laptop without constantly feeling jolted. There is a trade-off, though. The wing naturally blocks part of the window view, which means you may not see as much outside as you would in a window seat further forward or toward the tail. If scenery is your top priority, this might be a small downside. But most travelers agree that a stable, smooth ride is far more valuable than a perfect view during a turbulent flight. Another advantage of the wing area is noise reduction. In many aircraft, wings are located slightly away from the loudest galley or bathroom areas, meaning less foot traffic and less clanging of trays and carts. It's not completely silent, of course, but compared to the chaos near galleys or bathrooms, it's noticeably calmer. Some travelers even report that sleeping over the wing is easier because the plane feels more solid and less floating. There are minor exceptions to this tip. On some aircraft, the first row of seats directly over the wing may have restricted recline due to emergency equipment or misaligned windows. That's why it's always worth cross-referencing your airline's seat map with a trusted third-party review site. Look for comments specifically mentioning comfort, space, and turbulence. You'll see that frequent flyers consistently recommend the wing zone for those sensitive to motion. If you combine this strategy with the flight duration tip from earlier, choosing an aisle or window seat over the wing based on how long you'll be in the air, you can significantly improve your travel experience. Whether it's a 3-hour domestic hop or a 12-hour international flight, sitting over the wing reduces stress, minimizes the effects of turbulence, and makes your journey far more enjoyable. This simple tip is one of those overlooked hacks that can make a dramatic difference in your comfort level, yet most passengers never even think about it when booking their seat. 6. Book seats early, but recheck before your flight. Booking your seat early is one of the most important steps for a comfortable flight, but most travelers stop there, thinking their work is done. In reality, airline seating is constantly changing, and knowing how to take advantage of that can dramatically improve your flight experience. Booking early gives you the best initial options. You get first pick of the seats with extra legroom, the quietest areas of the plane, or seats over the wing for less turbulence. Waiting until check-in often leaves you stuck with undesirable options such as middle seats, back row seats, or spots near the bathrooms and galleys. Early booking is especially important on busy flights, where premium or preferred seats can disappear quickly. But booking early is only the first step. The second, and often overlooked step, is to recheck your seat 24 to 12 hours before your flight. Airlines frequently release blocked or premium seats in this window. Sometimes these are seats previously reserved for airline staff or emergency rows that were temporarily unavailable. Other times, passengers cancel or change their seats, opening up opportunities for you to upgrade without paying extra. Frequent flyers treat this step as a secret hack that dramatically increases comfort. By checking again before your flight, you might find that the aisle seat you originally booked can be swapped for a window seat in a quiet row, or that a bulkhead seat with extra legroom has opened up. On lightly booked flights, this can even result in getting an entire row to yourself. The key is speed. If you see a better seat, grab it immediately. Most airline websites and apps allow you to change seats during check-in, or even the evening before the flight. Some travelers even monitor the seat map hourly during that window to spot newly available seats. Another benefit of rechecking is that you can avoid last-minute surprises. Planes occasionally get swapped for a different aircraft, which can dramatically alter seat layouts. A seat that looked perfect when you booked might end up smaller or closer to the bathrooms on the new plane. Checking early gives you time to make adjustments before boarding. This strategy combines foresight with flexibility. Book early to secure good options, then recheck to take advantage of any improvements. It's a small effort for a huge reward. People who follow this tip consistently report more comfortable, less stressful flights. You feel in control rather than stuck, and it increases your chances of having a quiet, spacious, and enjoyable journey. For anyone who flies regularly, this simple habit can save hours of discomfort and even make the flight feel shorter and more manageable. 7. Avoid the last row unless it benefits you. Most travelers automatically avoid the last row of the plane, and for good reason. The last row is usually the least comfortable section of any aircraft. Seats often have limited or no recline, making long flights particularly difficult. They are positioned right next to the lavatories, which means constant foot traffic, doors opening and closing, and at times, unpleasant smells. The noise from passengers lining up, along with the sounds of flushing toilets and hand dryers, can be extremely distracting, especially if you want to rest or focus on work. Additionally, the last row is closer to the engines on many aircraft, which amplifies vibrations and sometimes turbulence. Being at the back can make even small bumps feel more dramatic. The combination of limited recline, higher noise levels, and frequent movement makes the last row unpopular, and it's for these reasons that most people avoid it. But there are exceptions. In some cases, the last row can actually work in your favor. For instance, if you value personal space, the last row is often underfilled because other passengers actively avoid it. You might find that the seat beside you remains empty, giving giving you more room to spread out, stretch, or store your carry-on at your side. Another advantage is quick restroom access. If you anticipate needing the lavatory frequently during the flight, being at the back can save you from navigating past rows of passengers. While there will still be some traffic, it's easier to get to the bathroom without disturbing anyone. Some travelers also choose the last row for strategic boarding reasons. Being at the back allows you to be one of the first passengers to leave the plane, which can be helpful if you have tight connections or want to avoid waiting for overhead bins to be cleared. Another lesser-known factor is that, statistically, 8. Know how to politely swap seats and actually get what you want. Seat swapping may sound simple, but most travelers do it wrong and end up frustrated. People often ask for a swap at the wrong time, in the wrong tone, or without offering anything in return, and the result is almost always a refusal. The key to successfully swapping seats is understanding 3 principles: timing, approach, and incentive. First, timing is crucial. The best moment to request a swap is immediately after boarding, before passengers have settled in, stored their luggage, or put on headphones. Once someone gets comfortable, the likelihood of them agreeing to move drops dramatically. People naturally resist disruption when they've settled, even if the swap is beneficial. Second, the approach matters. Politeness goes a long way. Smile, make eye contact if appropriate, and keep your request brief and friendly. Avoid demanding or pleading. A simple, "Would you mind swapping seats? I really need the aisle window," is far more effective than lengthy explanations. Third, and perhaps most importantly, offer an incentive. No one gives up a good seat without something in return. People will rarely trade a window for a middle or an aisle for a back row, unless there is a clear benefit for them. Offer something tangible, a better seat, a more desirable row, or even an extra advantage like being closer to friends or family. For example, if you want a window seat, offer the other passenger your aisle seat. They will often happily accept the swap, and you achieve your goal. Traveling with a partner or small group creates even more opportunities. Sometimes passengers are willing to switch if it keeps your party together or creates more space. Observing who is willing to move can make the process easier. Another tip is to check the seat map in advance and target seats that are lightly occupied. If someone is in a premium seat, a middle seat, or a row next to an empty seat, they are often more willing to negotiate. Experienced flyers even use small social tricks, like complimenting the person's choice or framing the swap as mutually beneficial. The result is smoother, stress-free negotiations without awkwardness. Seat swapping isn't about being pushy or lucky, it's about strategy. Understanding human behavior, timing your request, and offering an obvious benefit dramatically increases your chances of success. When done correctly, you can move from a cramped, uncomfortable position to a seat that better suits your needs, all without conflict. This simple skill transforms your flight experience. Instead of feeling trapped or frustrated, you feel in control, more comfortable, and confident in managing your own seating situation. Mastering polite seat swapping is a small but powerful tool every traveler should have in their arsenal. Flying can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. With the right seat selection strategy, you can completely transform your travel experience from uncomfortable and tiring to calm, relaxing, and even enjoyable. Every tip we've covered in this video, from choosing seats based on flight duration, using seat maps wisely, avoiding high traffic areas, understanding the middle seat, sitting over the wings, booking early and rechecking, avoiding the last row, to mastering polite seat swapping, works together to give you control over your journey. These aren't random hacks or tricks you'll find in a typical travel guide. These are strategies used by seasoned flyers who know that a flight isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about making the time in the air as comfortable and stress-free as possible. The next time you book a flight, remember that your seat can determine everything from your comfort level, your ability to sleep, your mood, and even how much you enjoy your destination once you land. Don't leave it to chance. Take a few minutes to review the aircraft layout, check independent seat reviews, and think about what matters most to you for that particular flight. Is it space, quiet, mobility, or a combination of all three? Make your choice strategically, and don't be afraid to adjust as circumstances change. Remember, even a small improvement in seat selection can make hours in the air feel shorter and far more pleasant. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more practical travel advice. Leave a comment below sharing your favorite seat selection strategy or a time when choosing the right seat made your flight significantly better. Your tips could help other travelers avoid mistakes and have a smoother experience in the air. Flying doesn't have to be uncomfortable. And with the knowledge you've gained from this video, you now have the tools to make your next trip more enjoyable from the moment you board the plane. Every flight is an opportunity to travel smarter, rest easier, and arrive at your destination feeling better than ever. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips that will change the way you fly forever.